now that you got the telekinesis plasmid, you go back to what sent you out of your way in the first place. And now there's going to be a whole bunch of these grenade throwing splicers along the way. And you can catch their grenades that they throw at you and throw them right back at them, which is pretty fun. And it does a good amount of damage too. And the telekinesis plasmid uses very small amounts of Eve. So it's a very efficient plasmid to use. Unlike the electricity plasmid, which uses a lot of Eve. You can only use it 2 or 3 times without having to use a new Eve hypo.
Approaching a little sister is a criminal offense. Do not approach the little.
And now that you're back in this room, you have to wait for one of the grenade throwing splicers to show up, and then you can catch their grenades.
I am trying to think. They're running. Someone get them.
And when you catch one of the grenades, just throw it at that wall right there. And it'll clear the path for you.
Today I had lunch with the goddess Steinman, she said. I'm here to free you from the tyranny of the common man.
And this is another point when I wish I kept on, or when I wish I held on to my electricity plasmid, because if you shock these flying security bots, they fall to the ground and you can hack them right away. But I decided to keep the incinerating plasmid for whatever reason. So now I can't shock the turret at the end of the hall either. And I have to slyly avoid the turret and run over here and take out the security camera and hack it. And I use the auto hack right there. I typically use the auto hack on the safes that are really difficult to hack, just because, you know, it's not that the hacking is difficult. It's that the majority of the time you just don't have the time to find the right piece. Like, a lot of the times the first or the second tube in the Pipe Dream game is pointed the wrong direction, and sometimes you just don't find the piece that you need quickly enough to live through it,
I want to make them beautiful.
or to not get injured by the system short-circuiting.
This one too tall. This one too symmetrical. And now, what's this goddess? An intruder. He's ugly. 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 Look at him. Here he is.
And now this is the first real boss of the game,
You know who I am.
and I like to set him on fire and then shoot him as he's laying down in the water. Now, one thing I didn't do well here is I let him heal himself here in a second. It was just really bad timing. He's almost dead right here, but then as I'm reloading, he heals himself. So that's pretty unfortunate. But you can grab these little those propane tanks that are just lying around and throw them at him. So I have to chase him around again. And those propane tanks do a lot of damage